Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this MSI GS75 Stealth 8SG-202US, and then a whole bunch of other numbers and letters and stuff. Alright, anyways, so this computer was having heat issues. I cleaned out the dust, but it's also having a screen issue. The backlight doesn't come on, so we're going to check the LCD LVDS connection on the back of the screen, and hopefully it's a loose connection. But before we do that, we got to disconnect the the battery, because we don't want to cause a short or anything. Alright, so we're going to remove all the screws using a PH1 or JS1 screwdriver. You want to keep the screws in order. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern. I remove them. So we got one there, we got one all the way over here. Alright, and we're just going to continue putting it in the pattern. Obviously you can put them in whatever order that helps you remember, but to me, putting it in the same pattern just in a smaller shape helps me remember really well, and it's really easy to put back the screws after that. You don't want to mix up the screws because you can actually damage your computer if you put a screw that's too long in the wrong spot, or maybe the screw is too wide or too skinny. Then it can get stuck, or you can actually damage the threads, and then you won't be able to put the correct screws in. So you want to be very careful with that. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and continue removing all these screws. If this video helps you out, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their device as well. And if it helps you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, if you can't help out that way, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. Other than that, I do have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. So if you really want to help me out, it would help a lot if you would subscribe to that one as well. Watch a few videos, like and comment on them. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and continue removing all these screws. There's so many of them. This sticker, I believe, used to be on the palm rest, but they moved to the bottom. It shows the GS75 Stealth 8SG. But anyways, yeah, only a few more screws to go. We got the last 3 here. What's that? 15 screws on the bottom itself. Okay, something like that. Alright, hopefully I didn't miss any. Also, if you have that factory seal, you want to make sure to poke a hole through there. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get that screw out. You could possibly get it lifted up if you have like a thin razor blade or something, and then with some isopropyl alcohol. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and pop this open. Let's see, can we get through the back here? So I'm just using my fingernails. Obviously you can use plastic pry tools or whatever, but I'm gonna just slide my fingernails through here. Okay, and you can see that's lifting up. All right, we gotta go to the sides now. So the sides actually go through here. All right, and it might help to kind of slide a fingernail or something there. Let's see, these, this one doesn't want to pop up easily. Okay, this side is coming out more easily just from pulling this out, you can see. Alright, but if it doesn't, you're probably going to have to slide a pry tool around in there. Okay, now that we got that, let's see if we can lift this, maybe push it down to pull this inwards. No? Why does this side not want to come up? I have my thumbnails too short now, so let me try with this thumb. Wow, why do these clips not want to come out? Okay, this side came out a little bit. There we go. Alright, there we go. So wherever the clips come out. And now we can go ahead and lift this out. Okay, so there we go. We're going to now go in. The battery connector is right here. Let me actually get a thumbnail here, or for part of the thumbnail. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Okay, I believe this was upgraded before, because I don't think usually computers will come with a 970 EVO. Alright, so let's go ahead and disconnect the battery connection here. Let's zoom in. Okay, oh, I got too much stuff on my desk. This is going to be difficult. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pull this cable up slightly here, okay, so it's no longer tucked behind the battery. Then you want to kind of grab as close as you can to the battery itself, and then kind of just wiggle it side to side like this, and we should, there you go, eventually be able to pop that out. All right, let's zoom back out. All right, then what we're going to do, we're going to open up the laptop, and then we're going to press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds, all right? This drains any residual power and makes it a lot safer to work on. Usually the capacitors and stuff will have some power in them, and if you just start yanking things out, usually like SSD, RAM, and stuff is okay, but if you're going to start pulling out the screen cables, those have much higher voltages and amperages, and then that usually will end up with causing something to short. So let's go ahead and take a look. We have the cables here on this side. So I'm pretty sure this is the LCD LVDS connection here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and peel this back. All right, this tape's not really sticking, and then we're going to flip that latch up, and we're going to lift this and pull that out. I don't know if the customer messed with this at some point. It's possible if they left the battery connected and pulled this cable out that they could have fried the screen, they could fry the backlight circuit into the motherboard, or they could have fried the cable and other stuff combined. But anyways, we're gonna peel that back up, hold that out. Let's get this back in. Okay, so make sure this goes in all the way. It's kind of this connector. Okay, you can feel like when it hits the end, and then just slide your finger over to latch it down. Let's see, we can stick this back on top, although I don't think this really does anything. Which side's even sticky? I don't know, it's not even sticky. Alright, so there's that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at other components. There's an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD here. This is an Intel Optane, I believe. But yeah, you can use any M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Looks like a PH1 JS1 screwdriver or screw. After you remove the screw, you can pull it up slightly and pull it out. Right, same thing with the one over here, M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD. Right, looks like there's a third slot here for another SSD if you really wanted that much storage, or if you want to use them in RAID, I guess. You got a little connector here for the battery indicator light, okay? And what else? You got a connector here. Does it say what that's for? No, it doesn't. I'm not going to be pulling out extra stuff because I don't want to risk damaging other things. I'm assuming this is for the touchpad trackpad because this one's for the keyboard. There's a flip latch here, flip latch for that one there. All right, if I didn't already mention, there's a flip latch here, and then this one has the flip latch there. The latches aren't always black, so don't always rely on that as a determining factor. All right, you got this cable here for, I'm not sure where that's going since I'm not pulling everything out, but anyways, speaker connections here, and that goes to both speakers. One wire's going that way, the other wire's going to here. Okay, DC jack charge port connector is going underneath the motherboard, logic board, so if you need to replace the charge port, you're going to have to actually pop the entire motherboard out. And this piece of tape just fell out. I don't think it's going to stick at all, but anyways. Wireless cards here, 2 antennas. If you want to pull the antennas out, you go from the tails, pull straight up. I do have videos showing that. All these other fan connectors and stuff, I don't know, I can't really peel all of this up. It's kind of stuck down. You have this other, let me zoom out here. You have this other connector here for the most likely microphone and cameras. All right, it looks like the fan connector goes underneath the motherboard, most likely because the heatsink is attached from the other side. Okay, so I don't think, yeah, you can't really do anything on this side with that. Okay, so that's that. Again, I'm not going to pull this cable up, so I'm not exactly sure what that one's for, but yeah. I'm pretty sure I have another video where I completely take apart a GS75. I'm not sure if it's, I think the model number is different. Also, you have this. I'm pretty sure this is for the power button with the flip latch on this side. All right. Okay, let's see if we can somehow, actually, maybe we should test the screen before we go ahead and do the, check the other side, just in case that reseating this connection fixed it. So I'm gonna plug the battery connector back in, just like that, and you gotta kind of make sure it goes in straight. You don't want to bend any of those pins trying to push this in at an angle. Let me see here. Why is it so difficult here? It's going in right. Okay, so make sure this connection, the connector goes in straight, and then again you want to kind of push both sides at the same time to make sure that it's flush. Oh, why isn't the right side wanting to go in all the way? Is it because I have no fingernail to pull it? There we go. Okay, it worked. I need fingernails. Fingernails are important for this work, at least for me. I don't know, other people do it without fingernails. I don't know how they do it. All right, let's go ahead and push the power button, see what we got. Where's the battery dead? Do I gotta press and hold? Right now, I don't see anything happening. Nothing happening. All right, let's press and hold. Oh, maybe the battery's dead because the screen was, or the computer was on, but I didn't notice. So let me go get the charger and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Let's plug this thing back in. Oops, you don't need to see all that stuff. All right, let's plug this back in. Is the battery light coming on at all? There you go, battery white light is on. And now this light is on. So let's see if anything comes on the screen. Oh, it just blinked and then turned off. Okay, it's blinking. And now it's orange. And do I see anything on the screen? Nothing yet. So before I would see the MSI thing, but it's like super dark. Right now it's completely black, so I don't know. It could be that the battery acts as like the CMOS BIOS battery and it's doing a reset. Yep, you see it turned itself off. And now it's turning itself back on. Okay. Come on, do your thing. It's probably going to restart a few times. A lot of times when you completely drain the battery or disconnect the battery, then the BIOS resets and then the computer takes a while to start up. It'll restart several times. Caps lock does nothing, so it must be still in the process. It's not actually booting Windows. Oh, and I see the MSI and it's all black. So let's turn that off, assuming that worked. Nope, turn it off, please. Okay, so since it's still black, we're gonna have to disconnect the battery again. And then we're gonna have to drain the power again. And then we're gonna have to see if the other side of the connector is the problem. So let's go ahead and disconnect the battery again. I already showed you what that looks like, just wiggle it. All right, again, same thing. We're gonna press and hold the power button for 15 seconds, or at least 15 seconds. Okay, so let's hold it about 10 more seconds. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we can pop the screen bezel out, and maybe if we're lucky, it might be a cable came loose somehow. Right now, it's completely useless because it goes to black screen, so we gotta get this out. Let's see. Man, this one's tough. Okay. Normally, I can get my fingernails under these things, but this bezel, I don't know, they taped it down. Okay, really close. So here I'm getting somewhat underneath the bezel. I don't know, this seems very difficult to remove. There's the adhesive is kind of separating. Right, usually I don't like to start from the bottom because the screen has like adhesive that wraps over to connect, to cover the, what do you call, circuitry, whatever of it. So I'm gonna see if I can get in from the other side, but it's seeming very difficult. They angled this really well. Let's try with my plastic. Even with the plastic razor blade, I can't get under there. Wow, jeez. Man, they made this like really tight tolerance here. Let's try with a newer one that has the handle on it. Yeah, I can't even get under there. I don't know If I can't get under here, how am I gonna remove the screen? What about from starting from here? Can I? Okay, we'll try and start from this and work our way to the side. Wow. I don't know about this. Okay, it's slowly working. My worry is that the pressure of trying to pry that is going to end up cracking the screen. So I'm going to try and avoid using that, because that puts pressure on the other side. With my fingernails, I can actually pull it towards me and not actually put pressure on the screen itself. But I don't know, how does this thing come out? Do they have screws hidden under here? Huh. I don't even know if this bezel is attached to this, whatever color you call that. It's not quite gold, it's like a bronze or something, or copperish. Alright, so I don't know, this thing is super difficult to separate. Okay, so this is kind of coming apart, and it's actually pulling the screen forward. Interesting. Okay, now that we got that, we have access to here. Perfect. Alright, so just pull up this. It seems this separates, so should be okay. Alright, so now we got access to that. We're going to go ahead and pull this up. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm pulling the middle up, and I'm pulling this inwards. So usually that helps unclip, and it seems to be working. Alright, the corners tend to be difficult. It seems like there's adhesive holding it here. Okay. Alright, so again, rotate like that. Okay, and usually you want to take your time. I know it looks like I'm doing it fast, but take your time, okay? Seems the adhesive is pulling on the screen here. Oh, the adhesive is separating. There's some, I don't know if you can see that. There you go. But the adhesive is kind of staying attached mostly to the bezel. And we're going to slowly keep doing that, working our way around. Okay. Just like that. Pulling up from the middle and pushing in towards the center. Okay. The feeling of peeling this up kind of scares me, because the way the tape releases, it's not smooth. It almost feels like the thing is cracking, which I hope we don't end up doing. If the screen's backlight itself is burnt out, I might end up having to find a replacement screen for them. So yeah, alright, all the hinges were, you can see this adhesive kind of peels up because of the double-sided adhesive. So you want to make sure to push that back down. Okay, and then we're going to continue doing the same thing down here. Right, again, I'm using my thumb to pull up the center, and then my index finger to pull inwards. Alright, so now we got the sides and the top all released here. Alright, I'm assuming they're going to have a stretch release adhesive holding the screen in place, because I don't think, are they going to let us just pull it straight out? No, I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to continue working our way here, and hopefully, yeah, I don't know if the copper is attached to it or not. It seems like it's not. Okay, so you can see we're slowly peeling this away. Okay, so here's what I was talking about. You can see, I don't know if you can see, the layer of adhesive there is separating. So I'm going to have to use a thin tool to get in there and basically push the layer from the screen back onto the screen. So I like to use this thin tool like that and kind of wiggle it. Obviously you don't need to use a metal one, and it would be safer if you don't use a metal one, especially if you don't know what you're doing. But we're just going to do that. So basically I'm getting the tool in, and then while I'm pulling this out, I'm twisting it this way to push the adhesive back down. So like that. Right? And you don't want to twist too hard, you're just slightly loosening it. So I can do that from the top as well, basically that, and then you twist it like that to push the adhesive back down. Okay. Continue pulling this way. Okay, I feel like the adhesive is separating weird now, so I don't know what's going on there. Okay, now the adhesive doesn't really want to come apart, but here we go, getting more of it out. As you can see, the bezel is releasing. Okay, so hold down the adhesive to the screen and then pull the bezel away. Hopefully you can see and understand what I'm doing. I'm not using this thing to cut the adhesive, I'm just using it to press the black plastic film against the screen to keep it down. Okay. Hopefully that film doesn't tear, because otherwise it'll be a nightmare. But here we go. Well, it won't really be a nightmare, it'll just make it more difficult. Too strong a word, it won't be that bad. Okay, continue working your way down, peeling the adhesive. Okay. Well, we're getting there. Oh no, this part broke off. Did I cause it to break like that, or was it already kind of breaking? I don't know. Didn't feel like, but definitely broke there, so I don't know. Anyways, we'll have to reattach that. Okay, we'll set that aside for now. And let's go ahead and take a look if we can get the screen out. Usually there's going to be a stretch release adhesive somewhere here, but I don't know if I see one. Huh. There's no access to a stretch release adhesive here. How does this hinge mechanism work? I don't know if this can separate if they're hiding the adhesive underneath here, because I don't see access to any adhesive or anything. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to see if I can just get under here with a tool and maybe pull it forward slightly. I don't know. It's definitely held down with an adhesive along the sides. Okay, because if I pull this forward, you can see it's not coming out. It's like stuck. So definitely some sort of adhesive. I don't know if it's under here. It doesn't look like they could hide it under this, unless this has a tab going up. I have no clue. Let's see. I'm curious if... Oh, I'm gonna knock my stuff down. Give me a second. Okay, actually, the bottom lifts slightly. So that's kind of strange. I don't know if you can see what's going on here. You see that? This portion is lifting. Like, it's not difficult to lift it, so I don't see the stretch release adhesive in there though. Nope. I don't see a stretch release adhesive tab. So I don't know if it's just normal double-sided tape here. That's gonna be a problem. This might require like a slow process where I just stick a tool in here and then just the slow constant force will usually eventually cause the adhesive to peel up. So we're probably gonna have to do that, but that's gonna be a long process. So I'm just gonna slide popsicle stick in there And let's see if we can do the other side. Okay, so that's definitely lifting up. What about this side? Okay, this side kind of lifts as well. But can I get under there? That's the question. Kind of. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we're gonna do is we have to go very slowly here. You don't want to rush because then it will crack the screen. So we're just slowly putting these popsicle sticks in there. Obviously you can use anything that fits under there, and we're gonna have to slowly work our way up the whole screen. Yeah, because otherwise I don't know how else we can get the screen out. I don't see a stretch release adhesive. I see foil tape, but that's not the same. So I don't know what we're gonna do to get that out other than slowly working the popsicle sticks up the screen. In this case, we'll go this way. But yeah, this is going to be a long process, so I don't know if there's any point to record all of this. All right. Slowly working our way up. Okay, there's definitely now a lot of pressure on the screen itself. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if this was removed before and then someone put normal double-sided tape underneath, or if that's just how the design is. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly work on this, and then I guess I'll see you guys once I can get the screen out. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Alright, I don't know why the video was all jittery before, but as you can see, we're getting closer to peeling the screen all the way out. Just gotta be patient. Slowly work your way forward. Obviously, if it's a warmer day, it will probably come out a little bit easier. But yeah, you don't want to rush it because otherwise you can break it. If you're going to heat it, you want to heat from the back. Don't try and heat from the top. Otherwise, you can destroy the screen. But yeah, I would prefer not heating it. It's better to just kind of take your time and go slow. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the popsicle sticks all the way to the top now. And we can lift this, and here you can see the adhesive. So it's just those two things. So you got the adhesive there and there. Yeah, I think there used to be stretch release adhesive tapes here, and then there was regular tape put in there. Anyways, let's flip this over and we'll take a look at the connection here. It doesn't look like it came loose or anything, so it's either, my guess is it's either a bad screen. Oh, what is this sticking out? Okay, my guess is it's either a bad screen or the backlight circuit, which if it's the backlight circuit, that's gonna suck. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and peel up the adhesive here so we can get the screen connection out. We're gonna lift the screen connection and then put it back down. Okay, so we gotta get under the adhesive like this. Oh. Wow, this thing is stuck on there so strong. Come on. Underneath this. Why is it so difficult to get underneath this? Okay. And we're going to peel this up. Alright, the adhesive is separating from the plastic. Oh, it is what it is. Peel that up. Okay, so now that we got that out, let's go ahead and pull the connector out. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit to show you this clearer. Right, I just get at the edges and then pull that back, and there we go. So that came out. I'm going to go ahead and get it back in. This looks like it's a little, the pins, I don't know, look a little weird, so I don't know if it got fried or something, but on this edge it looks a little different. I don't know if it picks it up in camera, but when the light reflects on it, it looks a little weird. Anyways, we're going to pull that all the way back in, stick that back down, then, oops, we should zoom back out here, then we'll flip this back over. Okay, I'm going to have to rotate it this way. Okay, And then we're gonna let the screen flop back down, get one corner in first, the top, then get the other. Then we can stick that back down. Oh, I probably should have checked the screen model number first, but anyways, let's go ahead and get the battery connection back in. Okay. I'm gonna flip it over so I can pull it in straight. Right, pull both sides in, just like that. All right, so there we go. All right, let's flip this over again. And let's see if any change. Flip the screen open. Okay. Plug that in. Let's see if we have any luck. Push the power button. No caps lock yet, nothing. And the battery was reset, so it's probably gonna, oh, kind of flickered. I don't know if that was light or if that was just the pixels. Come on, please light up, please. Come on, come on. It's still gonna do the boot thing, so it's probably gonna restart at least one time. I don't know if you'll be able to see the MSI show up even if there's no backlight, but we'll see. All right, it restarted again. I saw the pixels kind of flicker. That kind of gives me hope that it might be the screen itself if it doesn't light up, but we'll find out. All right, still nothing. Come on, come on, come on. Please light up, please. There we go. Wow, so that connector seemed perfectly fine connected, but as you can see, there we go. It's working now. So I don't know what exactly happened, but I guess the cable got pulled out just a tad bit, tiny bit enough that caused it to no longer want to show up. So we got lucky with this one. We're just going to reassemble it now, and we should be good to go. Hopefully the temperature issue is resolved. Okay, well, the screen just went dark, and then, I don't know. I hope that's just because it's booting Windows. What just happened? Maybe not. Oh, okay, there we go. I got worried it was staying black. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to restart one time. Usually it's a good time if any hardware changes to do a restart instead of just shut down and start up. We didn't change any hardware, but maybe it wasn't detecting the screen in the beginning properly, so we're going to restart anyways just to be safe. Okay, and it's going to restart, and I think we should be okay. Alright, maybe this cable got, because this flexes a bit, so maybe when the screen's closed and you like pinch on it, like when you carry it, it might have been enough that over time it just pulled that cable out. But I don't know, because it didn't look like it was loose, so it's really strange. And the screen's doing some weird like flickering lines, even though it's working normally. I don't know. I don't know if that's how it used to be, or if that's just something weird going on. We'll see. I mean, it's starting up normally now. So that's it. Yep. Let's go ahead and put the thing back together, and other than that, we're good to go. If you're wondering where the RAM and the SSD, or I guess we saw 3 SSD slots. If you're wondering where the RAM is, it's underneath the motherboard. If I remember correctly, the RAM is removable, replaceable. So yeah. Alright, we're going to unplug this, and then we're going to go ahead and put this thing back together. So rotate that. We'll zoom out a tad bit here. Okay, and then let's get the bezel back in. So the bezel, just line everything up. Oh, we might have to lift that backwards a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the top in first. So just click it in. I like to just push on the outer edge, okay, and then that basically rocks it so where the inner portion swings up and then allows it to click the little clips into place, okay. Just work our way down here. All right. Work our way down here. There we go. Then work your way down along the bottom edge. There we go. Clicked it into place. And I think we're good to go. All right. And it helps to kind of go on the back here, and then with a hand on the back, I don't know, okay, a hand on the back as well as there, and then you can push it all together. I can feel it clicking. Hear that? All right, so make sure you click that all together. Good. We're going to close this up, and then we're going to make sure the screen comes back on one last time. All right, so there we go. Got this lined up. Bottom cover. All right. Line everything up. Click it all into place. Okay. All right, and there we go. Let's go ahead now and put back in the last, or not the last, but the, well, technically the last, all the bottom screws. All right, again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Oh, my bad. I should have shown the battery. Well, I kind of saw the battery. Hopefully the camera quality will be good enough. If you ask me what the battery is, I'll see if I can help you find a replacement. But anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if it helped you save a bunch of money, again, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. If you can't help out that way, again, it would help a lot if you could watch a few of my other videos and then like and comment on those as well, because that's what the algorithm likes to see. I also have another channel called It's Been Reviewed and More. Even if you don't really plan to watch those videos, if you could help by subscribing to that channel, it'll be greatly appreciated, because I do need to reach 1,000 subscribers on there before I can start making anything on that channel. So yeah, anyways, let's get these last screws in, and that's pretty much it. Alright, alright. Yeah. And I don't know, but lately I've been seeing a lot of these MSI laptops where they put the RAM and SSD underneath the motherboard. It's very annoying, and I don't know. If they keep doing that, I feel like people should just stop buying their devices to show them that you really want your hardware to be upgradable and accessible, right? A lot of the new stuff, they design it so that it's really risky, and then it makes it to where people are too scared to even upgrade their computers. But I guess that's their purpose, that they don't want you to upgrade your computer. They want you to get a replacement, or I guess have a professional do it, because they're less likely to damage things when they replace components or upgrade things. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think that's dumb, because it's not that difficult to replace them if they just make a little door like they used to on the old computers. Okay, one last test to make sure it's still working. We're going to go ahead and power this back on. Pretty sure we're good to go. Yep, there we go. There's the MSI. Alright, so that's it. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, let's drop this spike.